Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this is my 31 days of horror movie reviews. And I just got done watching a film that, I'll be completely honest, this wasn't really on my radar. This wasn't something I don't even think I had heard of until I just so happened to be watching Double Toasted and they reviewed it. I'm talking about Predator Killer of Killers. This is an animated film on Hulu that was made by 20th Century Studios. There's a lot going on there. And it's directed by Dan Trachtenberg. He produced it, he came up with the story. If that name doesn't sound familiar, he actually directed that movie Prey a couple years back, and that movie was way better than it had a right to be. It was one of those films that was like, holy shit, not only is it good, but some people didn't even know it was a Predator movie or connected to the Predator franchise. And so I think a lot of that gave him some nice sway in the franchise. I think a lot of people now, at least the important people, the guys in the suits, trust this guy with this franchise, the future of the franchise. And so far, if this is any indication, I think we're in good hands. So this is kind of, I don't want to say anthology because the stories end up being connected, but you see three different stories of three different characters that have all had some sort of interaction with predators, right? Like on Earth, different time periods, different years. The first story is this female warrior type who's sort of out for a quest of revenge for her father, and she winds up having to fight a predator. Like, I love how, for example, they give her character and even the rest of the characters enough of their backstory, like enough of what their current motivation is and what they're doing in the moment and why they're doing it, so that when the predator shows up, because it does not take long for a predator to pop up in one particular story, and it's almost like we get enough about them to understand why the predator is targeting them, or why the predator thinks they're badass enough for the predator to now go after. So that's really cool. The second story might have been my favorite one out of them, because you follow these like samurai type characters, and they have the two characters. They have this grudge with each other, this long lasting sort of battle. You come to find out that they're brothers, and then in the middle of their fight, a predator shows up, and they almost have to reluctantly work together in order to stop that one predator. That was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. It's also great in this form of story to see different types of characters that we haven't seen in live action dealing with predators, or what like these type of more believable fighter types, more believable physically challenging type fighters that it makes sense why a predator is choosing them. Some of the time, some of these movies, you're like, why is the predator going after those people? Or why did he target Danny Glover? Or why, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what? This actually makes it make sense why these characters were chosen. The third story is more about this young pilot character. And maybe you could argue that it was out of place for him, but I think the way how they explained that this particular predator had his own ship that he was flying, so he targeted one of the best pilots that was around here. And not only that, they tied it into the heat vision, the heat signals that the predator has, and that worked into the plane's engine. So all of that I thought was fascinating, interesting. And then the third act. I mention all this because you get these three stories, and then you get the third act that seemingly takes place on the Predator's planet. And it's pretty wild. It's almost like a gladiator type scenario. Getting to see all of these different designs for predators, all of these different looks for predators, all of these different types of predators, I'm like, man, Dan Trachtenberg is extending the Predator lore. He's doing a great job of going into Predator material that hasn't really been mined before, or if it has been touched on, they didn't spend enough time with it, where he's actually seemingly taking the time to go into it. So I really enjoyed this. I had fun with it. I thought the animation looked great. It had its own style where, not stop motion, but there was some almost seemingly motion capture video game-like look that the animation had here. That's what made it stand out. That's what made it look different. Also, the violence and the action, they did not hold back. They did not say, oh, well, it's animation, so we can't have blood and gore. No, the Predator kills some motherfuckers. There's a couple scenes where the Predator takes on groups of people, just killing them left and right, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. The only thing I would say, and this isn't even really a complaint, it's more so of just like, I think more people would be talking about this because, like I said, I only became aware of it from Double Toasted. I haven't really heard too many other people talk about this. If this was live action, I think more people would be talking about it. It would be on more people's radar because content-wise, quality-wise, it deserves more attention. It deserves more people to be talking about it. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you two have seen Predator, Killer, or Killers. What did you think of it? Did you like it as well? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Souls taken over by a devilish path. You got me walking on broken glass. Kicking down the door with a Jason mask, with a decked out machete, but you motherfuckers know it's heavy. Anytime you're ready, you can get you with a Bowie. Setting up to blow me, but the bitch don't know me. Who's going? I'm going. You know, I know that the man in the mirror is my next rival. Time goes and I never thought I'd live it so fast. Staring at the world from the end of my glass. Turned into a dark place, severed my brain. I'd have dropped out of class, but I